Navigation Officer Zethmar prided himself on maintaining the galaxy's most accurate threat assessment database. The holographic display in his control center painted space in reassuring colors. Green for safe passage, yellow for caution, red for absolute danger. After 2 centuries of meticulous updates, he knew every pirate den, every stellar anomaly, every political hotspot that could threaten galactic shipping. The map was a beautiful tapestry of mostly green space, punctuated by small yellow zones and the occasional red warning around unstable stars or quarantined worlds. It was a navigator's masterpiece, trusted by every major shipping consortium in the galaxy. Then the emergency bulletin arrived from the Galactic Intelligence Network. Priority update. New classification required. Location, Sol system, 3rd planet. Species, human. Status, recently achieved interstellar capability. Threat level, pending analysis. Zethmar pulled up the Sol system coordinates with practiced efficiency. A small, unremarkable yellow star on the galaxy's outer rim, previously marked green for primitive life, no spacefaring capability. The system should have warranted barely a footnote in galactic records. He began processing the standard first contact protocols, expecting to add a simple yellow designation for new spacefaring species. The preliminary data seemed routine. Bipedal mammals, single-planet civilization, recently developed faster than light travel. Then he began reading the species profile in detail. The first concerning entry was their planet classification, Class 12 Death World. Zethmar paused. Most species evolved on Class 3 or 4 worlds at most. Class 12 meant everything on the planet was actively trying to kill everything else. The second entry made him check his translation protocols. Species has weaponized nuclear fusion and deployed it against themselves. Multiple times. As a diplomatic statement. The third entry required him to call his supervisor. Species has developed faster than light travel in under 100 years after achieving powered flight. Current expansion rate suggests they will encounter major trade routes within 2 standard cycles. But it was the fourth entry that made Zethmar's mandibles click in distress. Preliminary psychological evaluation indicates species views impossible challenges as recreational activities. See attached files, extreme sports, daredevil culture, and hold my beer phenomenon. The attached files were a nightmare catalog of a species that had turned death-defying stunts into entertainment. Humans deliberately jumped from orbital altitudes for fun, dove to crushing ocean depths to explore, and climbed mountains tall enough to kill them just to see the view. By the time Zethmar reached the military assessment, his secondary hearts were palpitating. The report was 1,700 pages long, chronicling humanity's refinement of warfare from the moment they'd learned to use tools. What concerned the analysts wasn't their weapons, though those were impressive, but their approach to conflict. Species demonstrates unprecedented tactical creativity under pressure. Standard military doctrine appears to be, if it's impossible, try it anyway. Notable examples include using their own atmospheric entry vehicles as kinetic weapons, training soldiers to operate in environments that should kill them, and developing strategies based on the assumption that acceptable losses include everyone involved. The final recommendation appeared in urgent red text. Species requires immediate reclassification. Suggest maximum threat assessment pending further study. Recommend avoiding contact until proper containment protocols developed. Zethmar stared at the innocuous blue dot representing Earth. Such a small, distant world. But as he processed the data, the galactic map began updating automatically. The soft green glow around Sol system flickered, shifted to yellow, then orange, then finally settled on a deep, warning red. The color change triggered cascading updates throughout the sector. Trade routes automatically rerouted. Patrol schedules shifted. Emergency protocols activated. Within hours, Earth had become the first single-planet system in galactic history to warrant a maximum threat designation not for what it possessed, but for what it had produced. A species that had turned survival on a death world into recreational activity and treated impossible odds as personal challenges. The alert that went out to every navigation computer in the galaxy was simple: Sol system Earth. Avoid. Species designation. Human. Threat level. Unprecedented. These beings have turned their own extinction-level challenges into competitive sports. Do not approach. Do not engage. Do not provide them with new challenges. Zethmar updated his files and watched the red zone expand as long-range sensors detected human vessels already pushing outward from their home system, apparently treating the vast, hostile galaxy as their newest playground. He had a feeling his nice, orderly map was about to become very complicated.